Hey guys, it's Nate and this is the Nader Tater channel. Alright, today I'm going to talk about how do you operate a hydraulic angle snowplow on a Bobcat Toolcat. So this is an 8-foot wide snowplow, and then it's hooked up to this Bobcat Toolcat, which is a 62 horsepower diesel machine, similar powertrain to a skid steer, but obviously it has a different cab with a 2-seater and a dump bed. But up front here we have kind of the standard quick attach for Bobcat Toolcat, and then we have the same hydraulic quick attach there for my Ox Hydraulics and electrical. So I have about 20,000 square feet of driveway I have to clear, and I'll show you a few tips and tricks of how I use it with this guy. And this snow it's on the heavier side. It was warmer when it actually started raining and then it snowed, but then it got fluffier as the day went on. So the bottom half is pretty wet and compacted, and the top is fluffy, so actually it's going to be kind of a pain to plow and scrape up all the bottom to get it clean. Also, I've driven on it, so let me hop in here and do it just to give you a rough guidance. It's about 10 inches of snow total is what I think it is right now, so let's hop in and give it a drive. All right, so in the cab it is nice and comfy, and then you can see out here you can see your plow, and one thing to keep in mind is you want to have that quick attach plate vertical, because if it's not vertical, when you angle it, the plow will be tilted. And so for the controls here, it's basically the standard Bobcat controls here. This one has trigger on the back side for hydraulic flow, and then it has these extra functions. These are for electrical functions here, and this is to activate the wiper. A more basic one will only have this little middle toggle. That's if it doesn't have the electrical stuff. So this middle toggle is what sends your hydraulic flow through your aux ports there. Obviously one way goes one direction, other way goes the other direction. So that is what's going to angle this plow. And then I can raise up my lift arm with this, and I can tilt the quick attach going left to right. So let's start it up and I'll show you the procedure. So first thing you have to do is press the Ox hydraulic button. That's going to give you that light. That now enables this switch to do something. But if I pick up on this arm here, it's going to raise my whole boom. And then if I tilt to left or right, it's going to pick up and down. And so if this is angled up or down like that, then your plow is going to be crooked when you angle it. So if I now go to the right here, you can see the plow is turning to the right, but that front edge is way lower than the rear edge. Just to go extreme on you, I'll show you here like this. This is very obvious that that left side is lower than the right side. So you want to have this completely flat so that when you go down to the ground, it's even. Alright, so here I'll go back left. Now this one, it doesn't have any restriction in the flow, so you can actually damage this plow at least, because in the far left it actually hits the end stop before the hydraulic ram ends. Typically when I plow, I will plow to one side or the other unless you really are trying to push and pile it up. Alright, so the other thing with this one is that it is not a floating plow, so obviously there's no chain, so I can press down on this machine, which is really good for back dragging. But you have to be a little bit careful when you go forward that you don't shove it into some kind of ditch or crevice or catch. Now you can do floating lift arm on this, but Bobcat really says never to do floating when you're driving forward. I have done it on this before, but typically I find it better or easier for me to just manually control it. It's probably easy for me because it's pretty flat ground, but I leave it in the non-floating position and I adjust. And sometimes I'll press down intentionally to try to clean better, or sometimes I'll try to, if it's the gravel and it's not thawed, or sorry, it's not frozen, it's kind of thawed, then I'll try to intentionally keep off of it a little bit to not dig it up. Okay, so let's go for a ride and see how it does.